The deadly fire in Taipo on November 26th has highlighted safety concerns about netting used for building renovations in Hong Kong. The Post collected samples of net material from 5 sites around the city and sent them to be tested at a government-certified laboratory. For more on what they found, we are joined by Vivian Au and Elizabeth Zheng from our Hong Kong desk. Vivian, I wanted to start with you first. Where did you exactly collect these net samples and what kind of tests did you run on them?
Actually, I've collected 5 samples in total, covering both private and public residential flats. And soon after the Taipo fire, and the 5 estates are actually randomly picked by me, and including the Wong Fuk Kok in Taipo, Victoria Garden and Kwai Chung, Fong Wah Estate in Chai and also Changqing Building in Prince Edward, and Soi Wo Court in Taipo. And because Soi Wo Court is a subsidized housing estate comprising more than 3,500 households across 9 blocks, and so it is currently undergoing the renovation work by Fulham Construction Engineering. That's why I collected the samples, and then I sent those samples to a government-certified laboratory to conduct a fire safety test. And the lab is actually using the mainland China standard, a benchmark accepted by the government. And we tested the burning net sample in the labs.
And Liz, what exactly did the results show?
So actually, 5 samples, they all passed the fire safety test. But then the sample from Soi Wo Court in Sha Tin, actually, even though there were some burning droplets of the nets that actually dropped, and then it actually light up a layer of cotton beneath the nets and caused a big blaze of the cotton layer. And according to the lab, it said that actually is something rather not ideal, and they actually did not see such observation in other samples. And so the lab said that even though the Soi Wo Court sample did pass the fire safety test, they would not recommend using this net.
Vivian, what did experts that you spoke to say about these findings?
Actually, I've talked to numerous experts, including an architect and also an insider with veteran laboratory experience. And the insider said the framing debris igniting the cotton beneath is actually very rare, and it proves that the quality of the net is not very good, even it's passed the test. And he himself would not recommend us to use the nets. And he said he did not see such results in the recent 50 samples he has tested. And an architect who declined to be named also said that Hong Kong actually has different standards on it accepted by the authorities. And they said that like the British one has 3 types of standards, such as the type A, B, and C. And while Hong Kong currently accepts type B performance, which is considered as medium risk. And he said that the specific requirements that did not ban framing debris or droplets that ignite materials placed beneath it is only included in Type C, while Hong Kong is not adopting this standard right now.
So scaffolding nets are seen at practically every exterior renovation site in Hong Kong. So in the aftermath of the Taipo fire, what are experts saying about the current standard of what is considered safe?
Well, so as what Vivian just mentioned, we do have standards, fire safety standards for nets, for screens that are installed on the outside of the building. But then they are saying that maybe there should be a review on such standards to see whether they are really safe for Hong Kong environment. But moreover is that whether there should be an overall fire safety standard for the entire scaffold structure. So we're looking not only on the scaffolding nets, but also on maybe whether flammable items should be placed in the scaffolds, or should they be banned, and even more, should there be an introduction of site safety inspection officers to be introduced to have inspection on those scaffolds to make sure that they comply with the fire safety standards, because now scaffolds in Hong Kong, they do not have such requirements. There are no such officers doing such kind of inspection. So they are suggesting that maybe there should be an overall review on the overall fire safety standards of scaffolds in Hong Kong. And another expert also suggested that, well, maybe we should look more on fire safety management instead of just raising standards, to raise the overall awareness on fire management in Hong Kong.
Thank you both again for joining us at the studio today. And you can read the full details in Vivian and Elizabeth's exclusive report on scmp.com.